Exactly 1 week. That is how long 7 hospital systems and the Minnesota Nurses Union have to come to an agreement to avoid a potential strike. All of this as hospitals get super busy dealing with a jump in flu and RSV cases. Tonight, Heidi has a look at where talks are at this point.
Negotiations continue as a nurses' strike looms. Up to 15,000 nurses with the Minnesota Nurses Association plan to strike if a deal can't be reached in time. Last week, nurses authorized a second strike at 16 hospitals in the Twin Cities, Twin Ports, and 2 harbors. These are the hospital systems affected. A 20-day strike is set to start December 11th at 7 a.m. However, nurses at St. Luke's in Duluth and Lakeview in 2 harbors plan to strike with no end date in sight. The Minnesota Nurses Association says contract talks have lasted nearly 9 months. Hospital staffing remains a sticking point.
Every day when our hospital executives understaff our units, that's not our fault. We're here to advocate for them. We're here to protect our patients.
Earlier in the week, Children's Minnesota said it had recruited more than 300 replacement nurses to take over during the strike, but that only covers about a third of those planning to strike.
The reality is that in a setting of a work stoppage, the critically ill children in particular will need to be transferred to other hospitals outside of Minnesota to neighboring states.
While some hospital groups went back to the table, Allina Health says union leadership declined their offer to meet over the weekend. In a statement, Allina Health said, quote, "While we were able to have productive discussions, we were not able to find common ground on staffing priorities. We are hopeful to come to agreement on wages and staffing at our next bargaining session." Heidi Wigdahl, KARE 11 News.
Allina Health says their next bargaining sessions are scheduled for tomorrow and Tuesday. We did reach out to the union for this story and are waiting to hear back. Meanwhile, replacement nurses are expected to start coming into town this week for training ahead of Sunday's strike date.